we left this to the last minute. And a piece of chain off. That feels like we're on a race on Swift. So that I'm messing up while I'm not looking at the screen. Right, here we go. Yeah, so when you see your numbers go red, that's it breaking for you. So I'm still learning whether it's advantage, like you've got an advantage to freewheel or keep blasting it around, because technically is it wasting watts if it's slowing down while you're trying to blast over the stuff. You'll see it generally happen on corners, where it's saying that you're going too fast into a corner. Yeah, I know, I realised as I was talking it's doing that, so I wonder what that's saying, as in whether it's wasted watts, if you're trying to go faster, if you're trying to tuck in or not. Interesting. So, I'll watch this went red there. And then I kind of went straight out the back. Nice little echelons going on. So I just flew without doing much there. Which I'm hoping they catch easy enough. And then just need to get used to the mechanics of it all. I wonder if that's it. Oh yeah. I just spotted him as well. Yeah, there is that noticeable difference when you sat in and then at the same pace come flying through. So be interesting, as you said, if that red is because someone's boxed in, so they can't actually go past. Racing wise, that makes it quite interesting if you want to try and box people off. Seems we've got a few off the back. Is that any of us? So, do us all in talking here. It's interesting. Again, I think the group consensus is like now, assume at some point it might go a little red or whether. So I know it's going to go red on the corner, but then. So when it does go red, is that the pack getting split behind as well? Getting stuck behind people, that's what everyone seems to think, but or is that just saying you're putting too much in and not getting the benefit of draft? It seems a bit definitely a different mechanic. So you know, obviously us being Swift based, so anyway, this is called RGT, Road Grand Tours, and it's a load of like a 3R, not a load of us guys are just testing it out. We put a group ride on because none of us have tried it before. So we're just seeing what it's all about. We've all done like individual over the last couple of days, but we thought we'd put everyone together and see what the ride mechanics on it looks like. Very different feel to Zwift. Not necessarily bad. Well, you know, solo ride. I've been enjoying the solo stuff. So it's all about these learning the mechanics of being in the bunch, because you can kind of see it goes red every so often. It'll do that if it's braking for you. And when you solo, you know that's corners and stuff like that. Going downhill, descending, it'll brake for you. So think about what you're doing in the bunch. Like we're saying there, is it because you're getting boxed in or what's going on there? So we're just playing around, new system, having a bit of a go. Yeah, I say what, like they're saying there, we're going 45 kilometers an hour, saving, what's that near? 200 to 300 watts. Yeah, it'd be crazy to if we're all popping up saying 200 to 400 watts saved. It must be a huge draft effect. So are we easing to get those guys back in? Oh, hello. Um, yeah, it seems good. We're all playing about with the mechanics, draft, and all that sort of stuff. I'd have to say the courses they've got on so far are pretty fun. They've got a good mix of crit, kind of punchy courses, and then they've got climbs like Mont Ventoux and Stelvio, Cap Formentor. So they've got some more like training routes in that sort of sense. So it's good. And then what they're doing at the minute, they partnered up with the Giro d'Italia or something like that, and each day you can actually drop in custom made maps, GPX files. So they're doing like little stages of what would it be in the Giro. Only issue is you don't get the whole, because it hasn't populated the whole world, you just kind of get a road. But obviously the orientation, the grade is all correct. So that's quite cool. And you can upload your own ones as well. If there's a particular course you want to, I think up to someone said 100 kilometers. So you've got a lot to play with. Yeah, we're just testing what the draft looks like and see what a group ride's like. Ah, nice. Yeah, again, Swift is, the go-to one. You can look through my videos, and 99% of them are. It's on. I've literally just been trying it the last couple of days, just for something different. All I've been doing is Swift for, been addicted to it since it came out. So we just fancy trying something different for no other reason than seeing how the competitors are getting on. So it's good, and I'm not looking at it and thinking I'm never going to come on it again. I just say it's always good to have options. Yeah, I was going to say that's it. Used to Zwift, where you can probably hang on the back if you do a certain amount less than whoever's in front. Whereas this one, because the saving bar at the top is, I'm going to guess, so much greater in its variance. Oh yeah, but that's obviously just how they kind of set it up, and whether the bigger the pack, the bigger the impact as well, which would be good if they have that in. Just say it's just learning that what I'm doing is when I'm off the front, just really lowering those watts to see what you can actually get away with and not surge through, and just play about with it. A lot of these guys are yeah, I was just looking at that. Yeah, but there's no. Is there a lap counter though? Then well, I didn't clock one at the end. Yeah. But it's more how many laps. Yeah. Well, I hope. Well, it'd be nice at the start if I had something like that. But I think when you go through, it does say lap. So hopefully it's clever enough to say lap 1, lap 2. So although it's not in your face, which is ideal, you at least get some form of counter. I guess we'll see in 5K. Starting to kind of get used to the feel of it. I'm not hitting the front, I've just been trying to stay in the pack. Just getting used to, where that's saying 300 watts saving, you go straight for the front there. So, I'd say it'd be good to put a few up the front and just test how the difference in the packs alternate as well. Have a chaser group or something like that. See how that works. Yeah, we're just basically trying what it feels like to have that breakaway and the pack chase. I'd say if we try and make an effort of actually doing someone on the front and turns and seeing that difference of the watts when you're not on the front. I mean, the pack quite rightly is going to come eating us up. But, you know, Liam's there sat at 4.5, and I've brought my effort way down, which just says there's how much I'm saving in watts. Yeah, it looked good, that, especially when you could tell the difference of, you know, as soon as you're on the front switching. So it was interesting, the mechanics on that. Yeah, and that was on flat as well, so it'd be interesting when you know, you're doing those on punchier circuits. Well, that's what we think that's what's going on, Stefan. Because again, whenever I've seen red, it's because I'm going too fast into a corner or down a hill. So as soon as we started, you know, that's exactly what I said, and typically everyone's like, well, why am I doing it in the middle of a pack? So it looks like, guessing someone, you know, knowledgeable might be able to tell me straight away. Is it because, like, one of the questions were, are we blocked in? So, you know, your rider's going to go behind him, so he's braking to get behind on his wheel. Or is it saying, you know, it's doing the calculation between what the front's doing to what you're doing, and the amount you're saving, so it's kind of saying you don't need to be going that fast. Are we wanting to wait or keep it easy for them, or well, just keep it this? Yeah. Right. Okay. But then there's someone, Primos, who's 400 meters back. It looks like, and Kurt. He's with Kurt, so just tell Kurt to bring him back. Should be paying attention. All right, up losing the group. So at least it does tell you the lap number underneath when you pass. It's not a prominent thing. Hang on guys, there's a few off the back, so just keep it easy, because I'm one of them as well. Yeah, no, it's just that you can see it, a few dangling and start slowing up, so. Oh. Yeah, Raya's just shouted. I think that's supposed to be yes. So yeah, keep easing off, and a couple I'll go help back as well. Sorry, I was using camera to see. I'm just pulling the train now, coming back. Yeah, I'm off the back. I've got people. Yeah, it's all right. We are coming. If you just keep at that pace, we're coming back now. That's what I'd say is annoying. You know, if it's done through phone. So we want, you know, especially for these ride groups and the leaders where we're talking about it, it's okay for someone who may have a tablet or some better device, but if you're doing everything through your mobile there, especially for ride leaders, it's going to be a nightmare. Yeah. Yeah, just keep it steady for a little bit, because I know like Ryo and a few of them, I think that killed them, so just keep it easy for a little bit. Not a clue, to be honest. Should be now. We did pull it back. There is a couple that there's one off, but I don't know if he's just dangling and not paying attention. in betweenish, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, I've had a look. I think the races are tracked around this sort of size, or maybe smaller, but if you look through the group cards, I haven't seen any that are near this number. I think there's a couple falling off the back again. Those corners really do damage, because I noticed that. I've done that twice now, kind of half paying attention at the back, and the pack draft or whatever the momentum, if you are toward the back, really pings you off when the group gets speed. So that's definitely something to watch out for. Oh no, I meant as in if you're at the front, but I was kind of dwindling off the back with one other person. So when the kind of draft of the pack came through after the corner, it nearly blew me out. Yeah, I am doing in this because you're not kind of, we're only keeping it quite steady, whereas in a race it'd be interesting because, especially I was messing on that 8 bar yesterday where that's just basically just a sprinting on into hairpins. So I did a test between keeping it just at FTP level for a lap and then sprinting and stopping around the corners, but I need to actually see which is faster. So you can easily get caught out in here if you're not paying attention, like I keep doing. So considering it really you need to find that sweet spot, which again we all need to learn. Because there's such a subtle difference between sitting in the middle and constantly going to the front and getting pushed back with the red watts compared to what's happened there a couple of times where I'm just lightly spinning from the middle, being well off and potentially in trouble. You know, at least in this, we're just who is that off the front with that amazing cadence? So again, I'm not going to put a little effort into that corner. Again, it seems to make such a difference. All about your position. See that speed coming through there, will just a little impact. So I think especially see there, because there where you're in the middle where people come round, which is right, I guess. You know, if you're in the middle when people come back, you should be going back as the guys come past you as simulating real life. Tell you what, Swat will be an absolute master on this game, the amount of watts he'll be saving. Sorry, Swats. What seems to be quite fluid, because I've noticed that, is that if you get behind, if you're behind someone who seems to be going backwards, you'll automatically kind of get stuck to them as you would, and you go back, and then the group kind of goes round you and carries on. Then your character realises, okay, I need to move over to the left to come back through. So it's not like it's steady kind of pushing into each other. There seems to be a bit more pack like mentality and, you know, simulations of real life in that sort of sense. It seems quite good. It's never you just coming through someone on the same side, it's always kind of changing. So I dropped out there on my phone. That's the problem I'm worrying about. I think the majority of us have been able to stay together. Obviously, I think the main thing is right now is more about the communication side to it. You know, it's quite hard, especially for the guys where, you know, someone's shouting for help or we're trying to communicate with us when we're wanting to intervals or, you know, a bit of change in the pace rather than just a steady ride. If you switch up for a second and someone says, right, you know, we increase, someone's not paying attention, you know, they could be pinged and that's game over. So whether the you know, to me maybe on group events, you know, where that flicks up there, it's up for what, 5 to 10 seconds and disappears. Maybe, you know, if there's an option to keep that up during them. You know, something like that would be a lot better. Appreciate, again, you don't want everything, you know, you don't want to block up your face. So one of the good things that we say is you can have a blank UI, but maybe for certain events like these where communication is important, something where it kind of stays up. So I'm just going to get caught behind that person. Another good thing, someone's just talking about it, but not this specifically, is how many riders are in. But again, this is a group ride, so it's a unique position, but something to kind of, you know, give you an indication, because we're all talking and trying to find out if anyone's off the back, or, you know, we can see one person that's a few K behind, but Snickers there at 1.2. You know, just something that makes it a bit easier to know. Maybe or something just saying on the left next to your name what position you are, so we know, you know, right, we know there's 30 in the group, this one says it's 31, you know, at whatever behind, gives you a clue of groupings. You know, appreciate it's quite easy on a nice flat one like this because you can see everyone. I think most of them are based on real places. This is somewhere in America. Some kind of springs, and unfortunately, it's not telling me. I'll have to have a look. No, it didn't say anywhere. I can't remember what name it is. It's somewhere in America. A lot of, you know, I'd say it is a real place because all the other courses you can select are real, all real roads. And when I say those words, no, it may well be part of it, but it's called. I hope you're not jump out now. I'm doing this. Borrego, B-O-R-R-E-G-O. So I apologise to any Americans. Borrego. So that sort of springs, Borrego Springs. I'll have to have a look where that is. But yeah, pretty much all of them are based on real places. So I presume it might be used for some kind of sportif or event or something like that. I'm sure people who know. So later on will shout at me for not knowing that. Ah, sweet, okay. So we've got one lap to go. Everyone's kept quite together, quite well. It is definitely the corners that seems to drop everyone, because you can see, you know, even just coming out of the corner, things start to get a little quicker. But that may just be us not having a clue, not knowing how to do the track mechanics. A lot of us are all new, so we're just having a play about. Right, so they all seem to want to do a race again, which is brilliant. So it means from so again, someone's mentioned race, so even though it's what, 4 or 5k away, furthest in one session on this, while on Swift, I did was 300 miles in one go. Pay attention. Yeah, 300 miles in one go is my furthest. It's about 16 hours, which I didn't just decide to do. I did that for charity, so there was a reason. I just did, you know, not one of these nutters who rocks up and wants to do something like that. So that's the furthest. I have not gone anywhere near that after. See there, interesting what's down there. Yeah, I see there's wind or something. See, look at that. That's quite crazy, that. I hope I don't. I'd be interested to see my watts there. What happened before. That's what I want to see, because I felt like I was still doing the same. We literally go, which is fine, I don't mind, as long as you connect back to the draft. It's not like you have to then surge to keep it. But again, that's without me knowing the mechanics. As soon as I start dropping like this, I'm automatically putting a bit more on, which you can shout and say you put too much in, but as you can see, once you drop off the back, it's quite hard. You have to put a significant amount once you've lost the draft. That person was a fantastic cadence. I think that's Simon, but he has said he's having a few issues. So you can see that coming through there. When you see that, should you be messing and worrying about it? So we've got 2K to go till a little mini sprint. Straight away think, do you hit it off the front and try and break it? Well, it all depends, how quickly these elastic bands can just as swift. How quickly that can snap and you lose it. See, it's interesting who wants to go too early as well. See, look at that already. Look at that. People know a sprint's coming up too. I'll get everyone lining up, I love it. You can see it's tuck in between. just the interest in that, I say, coming around the end there, I just thought I may as well, because Erik in front, and just draft him and just go for it. But you know, Jan coming flying behind, probably play a lot better, you know, using that draft. But I wanted to go a little early just to see. I suppose I'm flat cut at that. Well, it's good because again, you know, the pack momentum and pace is gonna eat you up rather than a solo. I do think that coming around the corner that was a little too much further than I'd have liked, but again, you've got to give it a go, try these things out, so you know. Not mess about. So, like you're saying, yeah, it's a boring little circuit in that sense, but it was good for testing everything out. So, you know, a few things that I'm sure will be nice improvements, which we'll know all this. We're new coming in; they don't need us telling us what to do. So, it was good. It's fun. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.